Hello and welcome to Generation Me. This is Tshering Wangchuk. This edition is about an earthquake preparedness plan of Motithang Higher Secondary School in Thimphu. Schools are proven to be vulnerable during the time of disasters like earthquake around the world. Schools in Bhutan have come up with disaster preparedness plan to minimize loss of life and damage of property during disasters. Today, we will take a look at School Disaster Management Plan of Motithang Higher Secondary School. I met some of the members of Disaster Management team. Tshering is the Disaster Management Coordinator of the school.
School being the area or the place where we have many young children who will not be quite aware about the do's and don'ts during the time of disasters. So for that purpose, the school has a very well-developed, comprehensive disaster management plan in which we have the do's and don'ts, and of course, all the necessary things that the school can do in order to prevent the loss of life at the time when children are in the schools. So, as such, the school is. We can say that we are well prepared for that.
Students are being informed about the immediate safety measures. For instance, if there is an earthquake when they are in a building.
When the disaster occurs, before that only, we prepare our students for what they can do during the time of disaster. For example, if the earthquake strikes and they already been informed, and we also do the demonstrations that they should duck, cover and hold themselves for around 60 seconds. And even when you're counting this time as well, which has been developed scientifically, we say 1001, 1002, and when you count till 1060, that's actually around 60 seconds. And after that, they have to come out, go out to the evacuation area, which is actually designed for that purpose only. And of course, we have designated evacuation area for each of the blocks. So for that, students are actually well drilled. What they have to do and where they have to be at times, if earthquake strikes.
Disaster management team has formed a range of groups. Karmaladin is the management team leader. She is responsible for disseminating information.
During the mock drill, we actually use the siren as the first signal, and from then on, we start gathering information. And we actually report to our vice principal and principal, and they are the ones who will be in contact with the Thomde ministry. And again, we are also supposed to have all the emergency numbers. So whichever necessary, we are supposed to respond to that. But during the mock drill, that wasn't necessary, but we kept all the plans in hand. And actually, we even have to contact and communicate with the other team members. So this is how we carry out our rules. But during earthquake, the first earthquake itself is considered as a signal. Then from then on, we operate with the sirens, and then various students, whom I call runners, they actually go around gathering information, and even teachers are supposed to respond to these students and look after them, and then get into contact with the various team leaders.
The disaster management team has a systematic evacuation process during the disaster.
As soon as the earthquake happens, first thing is the siren group is placed in the upper floor and lower floor of this building, which is the main academic block. And as soon as earthquake occurs, they are supposed to first duck, hold and cover at the beginning. But after that, immediately these who are nearby to the siren, they are supposed to start with the operation of siren for evacuation. And from then on, it goes in a series. And then after that, we have the runners group who will, as soon as this earthquake stops, we are supposed to go room to room, and they are supposed to see which all children have been injured, seriously injured, whether they are left behind. And there are some of the members who go to the evacuation area and check with the class captains whether all children are there. And then if they are missing, again, we go for a round. And then after that, if we find any damages and all this, which are risk areas, that also we try to gather information on. And afterwards, we disseminate to the health group. And we have, again, rescue team, and then information dissemination team. We have the awareness. So we contact all these groups, and we have various people under it.
Students are well informed about the earthquake safety measures, says the vice principal of the school.
We also conducted mock drills, and then we have information. We share information during whenever there is emergency and news about the earthquake and all. We create awareness during the assembly, and then we also have the posters and the pamphlets distributed to the classes, and it's displayed in the prominent areas where children can actually get some ideas and then be informed about.
The school has also plans to strengthen the earthquake safety measures. For example, the main academic building of the school is declared unsafe.
As of now, this old academic building, it is actually declared not safe, unsafe. And then very soon the ministry and actually during the 11th plan, where now this especially this old building, it will come down from next academic year. We'll have new structure coming up, and everything has been planned, and we are now about to carry out those plans.
The school now has a comprehensive disaster management plan. The management team leader, Karmaladan.
In the first earthquake which struck in 2009, I think, that time we were not much prepared. I feel that during that time the mock drills were just for evacuation. And now I guess now plan is more comprehensive, because now the government has taken up disaster management very seriously, and even the ministry is acting upon it. And now we have even DSUPs being trained from different schools. So I feel we have very comprehensive, systematic things coming up, but though not very fully, it cannot be fully implemented, because we haven't experienced such a situation. But actually, if the situation occurs, maybe a little bit lapses may be there. But I guess as of now, we feel that it has really improved.
What should the students do if there is an earthquake? The disaster management coordinator explains some of the safety measures before, during, and after an earthquake.
Regarding before, we regularly do this awareness program in the school to keep reminding our students and staffs and all to be aware, to be always on their toes, like if something happens, what they should be doing. When it comes to doing, the earthquake really strikes, what we can really do is we have to do duck, cover and hold, which the students are well aware. And even last time, after that major earthquake, we again had the second earthquake. That time our students, they were very much calm, and of course we can see that the way they conducted themselves, they were fully aware what they should be doing. In case if the parents start rushing in and start looking for the children, for that purpose also we have a crowd control, security control, who will be responsible to maintain calmness. We will be doing things systematically. And of course after the disaster, if it happens, we have a set of controlled measures. We have example the students will be well taken care. We have the first aid teams, we have the evacuation teams. Now when I say it's evacuation teams, we will be using our own staff vehicles and cars. In case if the casualties is quite fatal, serious, we'll have the identified staffs whose vehicles will be used to transport the injured ones to the nearby hospitals and all. Plus we also have a very well set of teams and groups who are very much well coordinated.
The mock drill and other disaster awareness programs of the school have helped the students to know more about earthquake safety measures.
My name is Somamu and I'm studying in class 11.
Alright, Sonomomo, how informed are you about the earthquake safety measures?
The teachers are also taking initiatives to inform the students. Mostly we get chances only during assembly to meet the teachers, so we are always informed there. And also special meetings or gatherings are held in MPH to inform us especially about these disasters. And the school has also provided us with posters and all, so that it can be useful in class as well as outside the classes.
Do you feel you are well informed by the teachers?
Not very much, but we are informed.
Say, for example, when the first tremor strikes, if you are in a class, Do you know what you are supposed to do when there's an earthquake?
First thing we should do is to duck our hold. Duck means to get below a table, cover means to cover your head, and hold means to hold on a particular thing. And everybody knows that. So when the earthquake stops, then everybody has to go to their allocated areas.
Anyway, let's talk about this mock drill. How important is this mock drill to you?
Mock drill is very important because during mock drill, we come to know the real feeling, what we feel during an earthquake. So the students and teacher both take very much initiatives and do it as if there's a real earthquake.
My name is Tshering Wangchuk and I'm a year 12 student. Well, I can say that I'm mentally actually quite prepared, especially after the Nepal's earthquake. It seems like most of my fellows are they're quite nervous about what's going to happen after the earthquake. But to talk about me, I think I'm well aware of where I'm supposed to go during the tremor and who else I'm supposed to contact at such times.
Anyway, how informed are you when it comes to earthquake safety measures?
Our school disaster management plan is always informing us about the issues that come along with the earthquake, and most of the students are quite aware of that. Even the preparations they have made for the real earthquake is quite enhanced compared to the times that were before, and we have full trust on the SDMP.
Let's talk about this mock drill. What do you think are some of the benefits of mock drill?
I think mock drills will actually benefit the students in a way that they'll be knowing what to do when the real one strikes. And mock drills are basically a way to keep the students mentally prepared, and it provides it a sort of an experience for the students for the real time.
What do you actually do during mock drill? Can you share your experience? When you do mock drill in the school.
Usually, the teacher announces in the morning assembly. So we have already planned that the first siren would be an sort of an alert for us. And so during that alert period, we are supposed to calmly listen. For the first siren, we are not supposed to do anything. Mm-hmm. But when the second alarm strikes, then we are supposed to do the duck cover hold, which has been already taught to us by the disaster management teachers. Mm-hmm. And then after that, we are supposed to count for 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. And then another siren comes on where we are supposed to evacuate the classrooms. And then we already have designated the evacuation areas for that. And after the third siren, then we are supposed to go to the evacuation areas.
Okay. That's what you do during the mock drill. And where were you when there was an earthquake last time?
We were in the classroom, and our classroom is in the old academic block, which has been already reported during the 2009 earthquake that it is not a safe location. So when the earthquake struck, I didn't feel that way. Mm-hmm. I was writing my homeworks, so I didn't feel that one. But my friends, they had already felt that one, and thanks to the mock drills, I think they were quite prepared. So when I was writing my homeworks, my friends had already been under the table, so they were strictly following of what they were taught.
If you could talk about do's and don'ts before, during and after the earthquake.
I think before an earthquake, the mock drills are important, of course, and we are supposed to be well aware of that. So before an earthquake, we're just supposed to remain calm and be mentally prepared. So during an earthquake, then we are supposed to follow what we were instructed during the mock drills, and we are to clearly follow what's being taught to us, especially the duck cover hold. And after the earthquake, there will be some areas which won't be safe and dangerous, and at the same time dangerous for us. So we are not advised to go to those areas, but remain calmly in our own evacuated areas.
Well, that's it for this edition of Generation Me. Thank you for being with the program. I'm Tshering Wangchuk, signing off for Generation Me here on the BBS. You can listen to the program at 5:20 p.m. on Saturdays and Sundays.